Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for clicking on my video. Tonight we're making a rice and chicken creamy casserole dish, and it's made of simple ingredients that you can put together quickly, bake for about an hour, and it turns out delicious. My family asks for it often. I hope you like it too. Okay, so let's get started. First, we are going to take this cream of chicken soup. This is a gluten-free cream of chicken soup. If you're interested, we purchase it at Walmart, and it's very good, actually. Next, we're going to also add in some cream of mushroom, also gluten-free from Walmart. Then we're going to add in 1 cup of oat milk. We use oat milk since we are dairy-free. As far as milk products, we cannot have milk products in our home for several members, so we just avoid the dairy and the gluten altogether. Just makes it easier across the board since many of us in our family have food sensitivities to each of those items. Then we're going to take our casserole dish and we are going to put in 2 cups of rice. I used white rice because that is what I had on hand. You can use any type of rice that you like. Just be sure to maybe, if you're cooking a brown rice or maybe a wild rice mixture, you might want to add in a little more broth or water because sometimes those take a little extra cooking time than this white rice recipe. For this recipe, I am adding in 4 cups of broth. Today I had vegetable broth on hand that I needed to use up, and so that's what we used. I've also used chicken broth with this, and it is very good as well. And that brand is also from Walmart, and that whole container is about 4 cups, so I just finished off using the rest of it just to a little extra moisture. And, you know, who wants to leave like a couple of tablespoons in a whole jar in your refrigerator? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and add in the spices now. And I just added in some garlic powder. Next, I'm going to add in my diced onions. I already had these pre-diced because we often use these throughout the day. We use them at breakfast, at lunch, dinner, and so I find it really easy to pre-dice them and store them in this airtight container in the fridge so everyone can use them throughout the day. Anyways, just a little tip for you. I just added in some onion powder, and here I am putting in some thyme, not thyme. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I am taking the dried thyme and I am crushing it between my fingers to reintroduce or bring out the oils and make that thyme just a little more flavorful. This works with most dried seasonings if you'd like to try that. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our soup and milk and get that all combined. Got to mix all the flavors in. If you find any pieces like I did of the cream of chicken or cream of mushroom that didn't get completely broken down, then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of chop those up a little bit, try to chop them down a little further. I use chicken tenderloins for this recipe. I think you could either put them in whole like this, or you could dice them into bite-sized pieces if you prefer. I feel like they might get a little dried out if you make them too small. That's why I opted to leave them whole in this recipe. And I think this was about a pound and a half of chicken breast that I put in. I'm going to go ahead and push those all the way down to the bottom so that they don't dry out as they cook through and that moisture level goes down. Then we're going to go ahead, and I forgot to do this earlier, we're putting in a can of peas and carrots. Sometimes I've used just peas, and sometimes I've used other green vegetables, like green beans, anything that you have on hand that you would like to add, or just straight peas, frozen, canned, anything that you'd like that sounds good to you would be a good addition to this. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this in the oven, and we are going to bake this on 375 for an hour. Okay, see you in an hour. Now let's get these dishes put away in this kitchen cleaned up. Time to take the foil off and let it finish cooking. Be careful when you open the top. It is full of hot steam and it will burn you. So just be careful. You see I'm picking it off a little bit at a time. We're going to take that foil off, put it back into the oven, let it cook for another 10 minutes uncovered, just to finish getting all that moisture out and get it all finished. And it's all done. Let it sit for about 5 minutes and enjoy. What'd I say? I don't want a script because then I'm going to be like reading word for word.